Welcome to Chapter 6 of Princess, Fox, and Wolf. Liz was still in shock as she walked home from her encounter with the fox. She had just made a deal with a werewolf, something she never thought she would do in her wildest dreams. But desperation can drive a person to do unexpected things. She arrived at her grandma's house, and Nina could see that Liz was troubled. "What's the matter, my dear? You look like you've seen a ghost," Nina said. Liz hesitated for a moment, but then she decided to confide in her grandma. "Grandma, I'm in trouble. I met a fox today who told me that the wolves are planning to attack Wood's kingdom. He also said that they have spies in town, and that they are willing to send undercover wolves to take over our kingdom." Nina's expression changed to one of concern. "That's terrible news. What are you going to do?" "I don't know," Liz replied. "I tried to tell the king, but I couldn't get past his guards. And then I met this guy, Prince, and we talked about the situation. He seemed to care about what's happening, but I don't know if he can do anything about it." Nina listened carefully, and then she said, "Well, we can't just sit here and wait for the wolves to attack. We have to do something." Liz looked up at her grandma, hoping that she had a plan. "I know someone who can help us," Nina said. "His name is Alan, and he's a werewolf." Liz was shocked. "A werewolf? How can he help us?" Nina explained, "Alan is different from other werewolves. He's a good person, and he hates the wolves as much as we do. He has connections, and he can help us get in touch with the king." Liz was hesitant. "But what if he's just using us? What if he's working with the wolves?" Nina smiled reassuringly. "I trust Alan. He's helped us in the past, and he's never let us down. Besides, what choice do we have? We can't just sit back and let the wolves destroy our kingdom." Liz knew her grandma was right. They had to do something. She agreed to meet with Alan the next day. The following morning, Liz met with Alan in a secluded area of the woods. Alan was a tall, muscular man with piercing blue eyes and a rugged, handsome face. He wore a leather jacket and jeans, and his hair was wild and unkempt. Liz was nervous, but Alan greeted her warmly. "Hello, Liz. I'm glad you decided to meet with me." Liz tried to hide her fear. "What can you do to help us, Alan?" Alan looked at her seriously. "I can get you in touch with the king. But you have to promise me something in return." Liz felt her heart sink. "What kind of promise?" "I need you to help me find someone," Alan said. "Someone who can help us stop the wolves." Liz didn't know what to say. She had no idea who Alan was talking about. "Who is it?" she asked. Alan hesitated for a moment, and then he said, "His name is Gabriel. He's a powerful werewolf, and he's been fighting the wolves for years." "But he's not just a werewolf," Liz continued. "He's also a skilled fighter and hunter. He's been teaching me how to defend myself against the wolves." Nina looked worried. "Liz, you should stay away from dangerous creatures like werewolves. They are unpredictable and can turn on you in an instant." Liz smiled reassuringly. "Don't worry, Grandma. Prince is different. He's kind and he's promised to protect me." Nina nodded skeptically, but didn't argue further. Instead, she changed the subject. "Liz, have you thought about what you're going to wear for the upcoming ball? It's going to be the event of the year, and you want to look your best." Liz shrugged. "I haven't really thought about it. I don't even know if I'm going to go." Nina looked surprised. "What do you mean?" "Of course you're going. It's not every day that the king throws a ball in honor of his daughter's birthday." Liz sighed. I just don't know if I fit in with that crowd. I'm not like the other girls. I don't care about dresses and makeup and all that stuff. Nina smiled. You don't have to be like them, Liz. Just be yourself. And who knows, maybe you'll meet someone special at the ball. Liz rolled her eyes. I highly doubt it. Besides, I already met someone special. She couldn't help but think of Prince and the way he made her heart skip a beat. Nina noticed the dreamy look on Liz's face and chuckled. Well, I hope he's as wonderful as you make him out to be. Meanwhile, in the wolves' kingdom, a group of wolves were gathered around their leader, Alpha Grey. They were discussing their plans to take over Wood's kingdom and finally destroy their sworn enemies, the foxes. We need to strike soon, Alpha Grey growled. The foxes are weak and vulnerable. We must take advantage of their weakness and crush them once and for all. The other wolves nodded in agreement. But how do we get past their defenses? One asked. Alpha Grey smirked. That's where our secret weapon comes in. We have a spy among the foxes, and he's been feeding us information about their movements and weaknesses. With his help, we will infiltrate their kingdom and take them down from the inside. Just then, the door to the meeting room burst open and a young wolf entered, panting heavily. Alpha Grey, he gasped. There's been a sighting of a werewolf in Wood's kingdom. He's been seen with a human girl. Alpha Grey's eyes narrowed. A werewolf, you say? This could be our chance. We must find this werewolf and use him to our advantage. Send out a search party at once. Back in Wood's kingdom, Liz was walking through the woods with Prince by her side. He had promised to show her a beautiful spot that he had discovered during one of his hunts. As they walked, Liz noticed how tense Prince seemed. Is everything okay? She asked, concerned. Prince hesitated before answering. There have been rumors of an impending attack by the wolves. They're getting bolder, and I fear for your safety. Liz felt a shiver run down her spine. What are we going to do? Prince looked at her with determination in his eyes. We'll fight. Together. I won't let them hurt you, Liz. I promise. Liz felt a surge of gratitude and admiration for Prince. He was brave and loyal, and she knew that she could. I hope you enjoyed the chapter's story. See you again in the next chapter.